and the relationship you shared, and if they're open to a reconciliation, and then also the most likely energies that will play out between you and your ex Virgo in the month of April 2018. So as always, all decks I'm using in this reading are listed in the description box below. So let's see what the overall energy is for your Virgo Ex in regards to you and the relationship you shared. And we're only looking at what's going on in April 2018, okay? These two, because they were kind of sticking up, I feel like belong to this reading, and so we have two energies here for your Virgo. So we have Eternal Dance, Movement, Will of Life, Path of Least Resistance. Oh my gosh, you want to know, I will just tell you this. For all of you who have a Virgo Ex, hear this out. I am really close with a Virgo. She has been my friend since I was 17, and she has been with somebody pretty much almost her entire life. And you know, she told me just the other day, I think I took the path of least resistance. And it's just kind of blowing my mind that here we're talking about Virgo X. You have an ex Virgo, and this is saying movement, will of life, path of least resistance. We have two cards here. So for some of you, just because of the context of the conversation I had with my Virgo friend, and then this card and the reading that we're doing, you know, if you've had a Virgo breakup with you recently, they may feel that being with you was the path of least resistance for them. Now, that does not mean that they didn't love you and that you aren't like their partner and everything along those lines, but that is definitely a message for somebody. And it's only because that right there and two cards had to come out, right? So somebody out there, you need to know that your Virgo is moving on because they're following the prompting of their own soul. And, you know, it's not that they don't love you and all of that. It's that, you know, somewhere inside of them, they feel like there's something else out there, and it's not even about another relationship. It's about being true to who they are, what they really want. And for a long time, they may have been sacrificing what they wanted for you, and that's not to say you were asking for them to do that, or that you were even aware that they were doing that. But for some of you, your Virgo was self-sacrificing, and doing that for the path of least resistance out of love for you to make you happy, all the while over the years becoming increasingly more and more unhappy inside of their self. So definitely a message for some of you out there with your ex Virgo. Now, for the others of you, this right here, we have Nine of Hearts, fulfillment, harmony, protection. So this is like a really interesting card, quite the opposite energy of that there. So let me just take this in. This one, I actually feel like some of your Virgo exes want you back. Like that's the wish of their heart, okay? So we're gonna, because Nine of Hearts is like our wishes, you know, like this is what I really, really, really want. So for some of you, you have this Virgo that is truly ready to let go of the relationship and just move on and move forward. For others of you, you have this Virgo who really does want to reconcile. So let's pull some more cards so you can see where you fit into this reading, which one of these is really for you with your Virgo ex, if you don't outrightly already know, okay? So this is your Virgo, your ex Virgo's emotional energy around the situation for you and your relationship. So we have the Eight of Cups. Quite fitting. So, for those that the Eternal Dance is speaking about your Virgo Ex, this is a confirmation that emotionally, yes, they are moving on. And I really, really have to reiterate, and I think the universe had me have this conversation with my Virgo friend so that you could know it is not because your Virgo didn't love you and that you weren't everything. It's something inside of Virgo's soul changed, and they realized I've been self-sacrificing all this time out of love, and I can't do that anymore. I have repressed my own soul. It's something along those lines, okay? However it's physically manifested and the broke up happened, that's what happened there. It was not that Virgo didn't love you. So this, for those of you where this is speaking, Virgo is moving on and moving away. Now, for those of you where that is not the case, and again, if you're still confused, let's just keep going through the reading until, something really clicks inside of you. This here, the Virgo that really wants you back, they think you've let go and you've moved on. Okay? So let's take a look at Virgo's mental energy around you and your relationship you shared. Okay, so we are at a bit of a stalemate here. This, again, this speaks to both of those cards pretty well, regardless of which Virgo is yours, which Virgo X. This is like, nobody really wins. It's a matter of pride and ego, and again, for those Virgos who self-sacrificed, this is like the energy that they're in mentally, where so much has been taken from me. It's about me now, and that's not selfish, honestly, because from the Virgo's perspective, what they've been giving is way more of themselves than they should have, and that's not your fault, and I don't think the Virgo would blame you for that. I just think the Virgo is at the point where I can't anymore. You can have everything, I can't anymore. I can't. Now, the other scenario over there, this is where, they're feeling like they've lost and you've won and you're walking away from them. And, either side, for here, this energy, Virgo's mental realm, is definitely out of balance when it comes to you and the relationship you shared. There's a lot of emotions still playing out. So let's pull a Flames card to get their spiritual energy towards you. Okay, so we have the Three of Flames here. This, depending on which deck you are using in a tarot deck, this tells me something, and it tells you a little something different. But what I'm feeling for this reading is this is like where Virgo feels like they have come as far as they can go. So if this is the situation where Virgo is trying to move on from you, it's because they feel like there's no more growth for them in this situation. Like they've literally come as far as they can travel with you. Love is not enough sometimes, okay? It's just their own soul is really urging them down their destiny. And for whatever reason, your destinies are not intertwined at this time. So there's that. Now the other side of that is pretty much the same thing. The Virgo that really wants you back, that thinks that you've moved on and let go, is they don't feel like there's anything more that they could do to get you back, to make the relationship work. Like they've come as far as they can come, and now it's up to you, their ex, to reach out to them, okay? Now, if you have an ex, and I just have to say this because I never want to give false hope. If you have an ex who, has blocked you, has been ignoring you, doesn't respond to your texts, all of that, I would not take this reading as a message to reach out to them, okay? Because if you are trying to reach out to somebody and they don't respond ever, it's because they don't want to communicate at that time for whatever reason. And, when you've got to think about when somebody's reaching out to you and you're not wanting to communicate, you're blocking them. And, let's just say it's not, I get it, sometimes when we're mad at somebody, we need a couple days, but I'm talking about when this has been going on for a while. If it's been like months and months and months, and you have not heard from the Virgo Ex, and any attempts you've made, to reach them or whatever is either completely ignored or you just get like a tiny little second of their time, I would take that as Virgo has moved on, okay? But for those of you, where there is still communication and it's like Virgo's putting themselves out there to you somehow, some way, then I feel like it's up to you really to make it happen again. And if you've blocked Virgo, then, it definitely would be up to you 100% to reach out to them. Which, again, if you've blocked them entirely, I just can't imagine you really want them back. But, I guess some people could be passive-aggressive like that. I personally wouldn't play that with somebody that I really care about, no matter what they did. Let's be adults, let's work this out, and you know what, if you have to act stupid and you can't be mature, then okay, I'm out of here, and I'm not going to talk to you again until you can be a grown-up with me. There's just different energies, so apply it how it fits to you. So we're going to draw a card to see how Virgo is feeling about you specifically in April, how Virgo is feeling about the relationship you shared specifically in April, and then how Virgo feels about a reconciliation, which is going to be kind of tricky with those opposite energies up there, right? Some of you could also, because of that, be dealing with a Virgo who is back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Or your ex-Virgo feels like you are back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Okay, that's definitely something that's going on here. And if you are the one that's back and forth all the time, your Virgo doesn't feel like there's any more they could do. Okay, it's just like, it's nothing I do is going to change this. And if your Virgo is the one that's back and forth all the time, this is like, there's nothing you could do to change that. You're better served to just kind of cut the Virgo off for now, okay? So, how is Virgo feeling about you? Overwhelmed. I guess that would be appropriate for both situations there. So thank you, universe, for that. So, whether they really want to walk away or they really want you back, they're quite overwhelmed in either situation and either emotion. It's an intense thing for them, okay? On either side, how they feel about the relationship you shared. Depressed, empty, numb, withdrawn. Again, this would be a good card for both energies up there. This says, even if Virgo walked away from you, it hurt like hell. There's a part of them that died inside, okay? This is, for this eternal, and look at how well that matches. This eternal dance card, whatever happened there for you guys, because some of you, this is some intense energy. It's, the relationship, I feel, had kind of left you both in this place in the end where you guys just were not connected anymore, and you didn't want to let it go, but also you didn't want to hang on. Like, it's just a really heavy, hard situation, okay? And now for the Virgo that really wants you back, again, it's just like heavy ass energy here. Either way, it's pain. I just feel some really heavy things could have happened for some of you with the Virgo. Alright. How does Virgo feel about reconciliation with you or like speaking to you? We have differential, courteous, admiring. So we have respectful. And I feel like respectful, even though there's a few other words associated, this is what the energy is. It's Virgo does not wish you any harm, even if you harmed Virgo. Like, they might be really got some crazy, dark, deep emotions, some of them, but I just think their spirit shines through and, you know, respectful. They either wish to be respectful to you or they wish you to be respectful to them. It's like the only way Virgo is open to you, either energy, is if you're coming at them in a very respectful, peaceful way. Like, there's no force here, there's no anger, there's no blaming. Like, there's been too much hurt. Alright? And some of your exes out there, it's like, yeah, they're back and forth. Like, one moment, screw them, and then the next moment, man, I really wish they were back in my world. Oh. So let's see why Virgo thinks the relationship had to end, or why Virgo feels the relationship is still disconnected in April 2018. So we have risk and oath. So with those, it's like either Virgo is like, it's too risky to trust your word, or you feel like it's too risky to trust Virgo, because we have risk and oath. So that's going to kind of resonate differently for each of you, really. This is a general reading, but Virgo just feels like it's too risky to be with you. Like, even if they really want you back, it's just like there's this element of risk, or like, even if they really want you back, they feel like you see them as a risk. Like, you can't trust them. There could have been some commitment issues here. Some of you, this Virgo really does love you and wants you, like you are their heart's desire, but they're not ready to commit yet. You know, it's too much of a risk, because it's just like Virgo is going to be really in tune with the call of their soul in 2018, and they're going to be making choices that don't make sense to anybody else. But the thing is they're following the guidance of their own soul, which is what we all need to do. And so even if they have great desire for somebody or something, if it doesn't resonate with their soul, they're not going to. They're just not. It's just not happening. Alright, so let's see how the energies between you and your Virgo ex have the potential to play out in April 2018. So we have engagement, and this could be the one. Okay. Well, I think that this is speaking to this, not so much this. Just because this is what's come out, I can pretty much say if this is where you fall in this energy, it's like it's over. In April 2018, it's over for Virgo. If anything, it's like your Virgo ex is getting with somebody else. Okay? Now, if you fall into this energy, this is definitely, you know, possibility. Like, some of your Virgo exes really do want you back out there. And I think you know who you are. If you're questioning it, I'm not so sure. Like, you'll know. And if you don't, ask the universe for a sign, like the same sign times 3, to confirm whatever you are feeling in this reading, okay? Because some of you, your ex Virgo really does want you back, but they feel like they've come as far as they can come. They've done as much as they can do. Like, they feel like you have walked away from them, you have abandoned them. But with this energy engagement, it's like if you reach out and engage your energy to theirs, there will be this reconnection. And this could be the one you both could be really feeling each other again, okay? But just make sure you know which scenario you truly fall into. So let's see why you are still holding on to your Virgo ex. So some of you, like this, I know that Virgo's the Virgin and the Empress is pregnant, but this is such the Virgo energy to me, as I see it. And fertility, Mother Earth Gaia, accommodating, healing, nurturing, all these things. So this here is saying you are having a hard time letting go of your Virgo because of that energy of who they are. You probably feel like you've never felt that. So it's something about their energy, and you're just like, in it. But for others of you, this is like, you really thought like Virgo was the one till the end of time for you. Like, you believed that 100% in your heart. You thought that was the one. So let's pull out some advice cards for you guys on how to best handle your Virgo ex in the month of April 2018. So we have smudging ceremony. This is coming out in many readings. This means you should really balance your energy. You should do some sage in your house, in your own aura. Do some Reiki if you can. Healing meditations. There's lots of them on YouTube. But this is saying you really need to clean your energy field and balance it. Maybe even rebalance your chakras. It will just... This, I feel, is to help you feel better. You could also smudge the energies between you and the ex-Virgo to try to clear the air, okay? Owl medicine. This is saying that those of you who are watching this, ask for that sign if there's any confusion about which one of these energies is supposed to be for you. But more than that, it's saying you already know deep down inside. Like, you truly do. Your intuition is on point, is what this says. But ask for a sign if you need to. And tracker. So you need to, I'm not surprised with that. You need to really balance your energies, your chakras inside of yourself. And once you do that and you don't feel so scattered, you're just going to feel so much better and different regardless of what energy you fall into, okay? So the universe is really saying, listen, ex of Virgo, balance your energy, heal your energetic wounds, and you know the truth within. You do, okay? So those are the messages I have for those of you with a Virgo ex. I hope that this was helpful, even though there was